This time on Road and Race, I test drive the BMW M3. So this morning I'm on the way to Leeds to have a look at John's car. It's a long way to go, it's 2 hours, so I'm getting a train from King's Cross now quite shortly. It's a long way to travel, and although it will be tempting to buy the car, I have to be kind of sensible about it, and if it's not the right one, then I'm going to have to go and walk away. But hopefully, from what I've seen so far, it does look like it should be a good possibility. So we'll find out. So here I am outside the owner's house here in Leeds. He does want to appear on camera, but he's given me the keys, so he said I can look around the outside and then take it for a test drive. So here we go. Visually, the car is in excellent condition. There are a couple of tiny paint chips here and there. A little touch-up paint will sort that out. The only other small little thing is that although the car was advertised with Michelin Pilot Sport 2 wheels all round, I have noticed that the rear passenger wheel is a Bridgestone, which is annoying and will be something I bring up if I decide to buy the car. Under the bonnet it all looks very clean. I won't bore you with it now, but I will check the level and colour of things like engine oil, coolant and the power steering fluid for problems. I'll also check the VIN number on the paperwork matches that on the engine and the bodywork, as well as having a look under the car for anything obviously wrong. So here we are in the car. Now it's tempting just to start the engine and drive off, but before we do that I'm just going to plug in my OBD reader into the port to see if there's any engine fault codes. I'm using the Carly OBD reader, which I've used before and I've had good results. Just checking for fault codes now, and none found. That's great, brilliant. So let's start the car and get going. I'm just starting out, taking it quite gingerly because I'm not used to this car yet. Just trying to get out of this estate here. Quite a lot of speed humps in this area. But that's a good thing, because it gets to identify any squeaks or rattles from the suspension. So you're testing the car already. So far the suspension feels really good. There's quite a lot of buttons in this car. I kind of feel like a pensioner using an iPad. I don't really know what to touch. I'm just kind of, it all kind of works, just leave it alone. So I'll be able to open up a bit more in this small straight area. It started to rain a little bit, which is a bit disappointing, but there you go. So far so good, no noises, no rattles, the steering feels good, there's no tracking problems. Let's test the brakes. Yeah, they're alright. I'll give them a proper test later, but so far no major problems. The gearbox feels good. A little bit notchy between second and third, but from my research I'm told that's normal, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I must say, even at low revs, this engine does sound really good. It does fruit. So obviously when you're buying a second-hand car, it makes sense to test every single button, check that everything works. I'm not going to bore you by doing that on camera, but I will do it. It's a red light here. Tempted to give it a little blast off the line. Nothing too major because it's a bit slippery, and I've never driven this car before, but you have to test it out properly, don't you? Oh, traction control. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So far it's a very, very nice car. The seat's very comfortable, it's very quiet. Steering wheel's nice and chunky, feels good. What really dominates your view when you're driving though is this huge bulge in the bonnet. You can't help but stare at it the entire time. So the road's opening up a bit now, get a bit more speed up, into 5th, 60-mile-an-hour road, into 6th. Yeah, no problems with the gearbox, that seems fine. So kind of motorway speeds, car tracks it's obviously been very well looked after. So this car has 5-way adjustable electric leather seats, and they're heated. I'm not sure if the heated option would have been something I would have gone for from the factory. Adds a bit more weight to the car, but you know, it's not something I'm going to complain about. I've got them on now, they're lovely. A couple of other optional extras on this car. In the armrest here, you have a cup holder, but it's special because it pipes some of the air conditioning into that cup holder and keeps your beverage nice and chilled. Another option on this car is the warm start function. What you can do is program a time into the car, say 5 AM or 6 AM, depending on when you leave for work, and it will use an electric heater run by the battery and warm the inside of the car for you. How cool is that? This car comes with the iDrive system, which has been pretty standard on BMWs for a long time now. But what else I didn't realise it had, it's got these really great 8 buttons at the front here, and they do whatever you want them to do. So you can program them in to be favourite radio stations, people in your contacts list. You can turn on the auxiliary input for things like iPhones and stuff like that. I think it's just a really nice, convenient little touch. Remember, this is a 10-year-old car now, so there are a few things it's missing. There's no CarPlay or mobile phone integration for music. The Bluetooth system does work with the in-car hands-free kit, but it doesn't do music, so you're having to resort to the analog cable option. This particular car comes with sat-nav, which I think I'll probably never use. I've had a quick look at it already before we started off. And I don't like having to put my contacts in again, so I'm probably just going to use my phone one. Another option that is nice, but something I probably wouldn't respect myself if I was paying for it, is that this car has a TV. Yes, that's right. A full-blown Freeview TV, so it's about 40 or 50 TV channels in the UK. I always lose track. You can't use the TV while you're driving, which is a good thing, because people will just abuse that. Probably been quite handy when you know, if you're sat waiting for someone at a train station or whatnot. Tune into local news or a soap opera you follow or stuff like that. And this car's just got some nice little touches, stuff that's probably been standard for a long time, but stuff I've never had. Things like folding wing mirrors, and the main mirrors and the side mirrors will dim automatically on the motorway at night, so you don't get that dazzle from the headlights in your eyes. Just adds to the comfort of driving this car. But the main reason I got this car is for the performance. So let's check out all those features. So the one that gave me the most curiosity is the EDC, electronic dampening control. Basically, it's the hardness of the suspension. So at the moment I've been driving around in comfort mode, and it's nice, it's comfortable, soaks up the bumps, a little bit wallowy, but you know, it's comfort mode, that's what it's there for. So let's push the EDC button down here. There's comfort, normal and hard, sort of sport as they call it. And I've put it in sport mode. So straight away you feel the car really hunkers down. It's weird, it feels like the car's lower. I would imagine it's not, but it does feel like that. It does feel a lot more poised. It feels like the car's kind of gripping into the tarmac. It feels like the car's got claws now. It really feels like the grip level has really increased. Let's go into this corner quite fast. It really does feel quite planted. I really want to see what this is like on the track, but just on normal B roads here, it does feel really flat. It's really nice. I didn't really know what to expect from this EDC suspension, but so far so good. So that's the suspension tested. There's another button down here called the power button. It doesn't give you any more power. What it does, it adjusts the sharpness of the throttle response. So I'm just going to push this. Oh, and already the car's a lot more eager. Without moving a foot, the car accelerates. Oh, it wants you to drive fast now. It's really eager now. If I match that with the sport suspension again, oh, it's early days, but I can already see why people get kind of rave about this car. It's already kind of transforming itself. This is very good. So the other performance features available on this car are the Servotronic, which is the weight of the steering wheel. So obviously you want that nice and soft around town, but you can stiffen it up when you're doing track driving and stuff like that. There's 3 settings for the traction control: on, off, and M dynamic mode. The M dynamic mode gives a little bit of slip, but shouldn't let you kid yourself. So all these performance settings can be configured to your liking and recalled with the M button on the steering wheel. So at the moment the M button is set for maximum attack with the throttle, heavier steering, full sport suspension, and that M dynamic mode. So I've got quite an open road here. We'll drop the car down into second, and let's see what she's like. This is a fast car. It's a very fast car. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to calm down now. This isn't even my car yet. Oh, I shouldn't have gone that fast this early. That's quite scary. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this car, I think. But that M button is good. Comfort mode, beast mode. So what do I think? Well, this car is everything I thought it would be and more. Very, very happy with it, and it all seems in good working order. I'm just going to go back to John's house now and go through all the paperwork, look at the service history, and if it all works out, then I think I might make him an offer. So you can probably tell from the smile on my face that I've bought the car. We went through all the paperwork, and he's got 3 or 4 years worth of receipts for all the servicing and everything, and it looks great. Got all the stamps and the BMW service history as well. So yeah, we came to arrangement over the price, and I've bought the car. So all I've got to do now is drive 4 hours back to London, which should give me some time to get used to the car. So here we go. Oh. Thank you very much, Robot Arm. You have to think of a name for him.
If you found this video useful, please subscribe and hit the like button, as it really helps us make more shows. Please feel free to get in touch by leaving a comment on this video, and I reply to everyone. Links to follow us on social media are in the description box. Thanks for watching.